All right, in this video, we're going to be talking about surface area of rectangular prisms, okay? Remember, a rectangular prism has a rectangular base, and it kind of looks like a box, okay? We've got two formulas we're going to use. For lateral surface area, we're going to use surface area equals big P times H. I'm going to go ahead and make a note right here. Big P stands for perimeter of the base. So if you don't know what that is, go ahead and write that down in your notes. The other formula we're going to use is this one, S equals big P times H. Big P still stands for perimeter of the base, plus 2 times big B. And then remember, big B stands for area of the base, okay? Sorry, area of the base. All right, so you can also find these two formulas on your formula chart. If you look in the surface area section, we've got formulas for prism and a cylinder. So lateral surface area is right here, total surface area is right here, okay? All right, now I have some steps here in the middle that'll really help you get this correct. So first you want to draw and label the base, including the height of the prism. Then you want to write the formula, you want to substitute, and you want to solve. So let's use those steps right now. So for lateral surface area, remember lateral just means the faces, but no bases. So it's really important to know which one your base is. On a rectangular prism, any of the sides can be the base. So for the purposes of this question, we're going to use the bottom of the box and the top of the box as the bases, okay? Remember, lateral surface area doesn't include all sides, so that's why it's a different formula than total, okay? Now, in most questions, it will identify like what the base is if it's a rectangular prism, so that's why we're identifying it here. So first step, draw and label the base. So I'm going to draw my rectangle, and I'm going to label every piece of it. So I have 4 sides here. I'm going to label all 4. I've got 22 and 19. But if this is 22, this is also going to be 22, and then this is also going to be 19. Now notice it says include the height of the prism. That means this number right here, this 9, okay? So I'm just going to draw a line. It does not have to be perfect. Do not try to draw the whole shape. It's too hard, and it's right there. We just need these things. We need the base drawn and labeled and the height. All right, now we're going to write the formula. So S equals big P times H. So we know P is perimeter of the base. We wrote that down up here. To find perimeter, remember, you're just adding up all the sides of the base. So it's 19 plus 22 plus 19 plus 22. I'm not going to do the math yet. I'm going to type this whole thing in the calculator in just a minute, okay? And then the height of the base is this 9. So once you've done these things, you've drawn and labeled your base, you've written the appropriate formula, we've substituted in, that's what we just did with our numbers. Now we're going to solve. Solving, though, is as easy as just opening your calculator and typing it in, okay? So open my calculator. I don't want that. I'm going to bring it down here so we can see still. So I've got 19 plus 22 plus 19 plus 22, and then times 9. And you see your answer is 738. Our unit is feet squared. Okay, so that's how you find the lateral surface area of a prism, of a rectangular prism. All right, now let's move on to total surface area of a rectangular prism, okay? So we've got another box-looking shape. For total surface area, it does not matter which one you use for the base. I just like to stick to the bottom when it's the box, okay, when it looks like a box. So first step, draw and label the base. So I'm drawing a rectangle, and I'm going to label it as if it was the bottom of this box. So one side's 12, one's 9, but go ahead and label all 4 sides. And then you also need to label the height. So the height here is 4. Now we want to write the formula. So S equals big P times H plus 2 times big B. So perimeter of the base, we know because we just used that in the lateral formula. Big B is area of the base. So my base shape right here is a rectangle. So that means on my formula chart, here's the area of shapes, right? I'm looking for the rectangle one. We're going to use big little b times h. So I like to write that right here above it so I don't forget what I'm doing here. All right, so now we're going to substitute in, now that we've written our formula down. So I'm going to start with perimeter. To find perimeter of this rectangle, remember you're just adding up all four sides. And then h is the height of the prism, which is this number right here. So I'm going to write 4. And then after you write that number down, I want you to put an X on it. You're not using the 4 ever again. So plus 2. And then for big B, that's base times height of the rectangle. Okay, so the base would be 12, the height would be 9, so it's just 12 times 9. And then you close. So I'm going to back up and talk about it again. For perimeter of the base, you're adding up all the sides of the base, which is the rectangle. For h, it's the height of the prism, which is that one. But remember, you're going to cross it off because you're not using that one again. Plus 2 times big B, which is area of the base, so 12 times 9. Now, I'm going to open my calculator and type it in. And you're going to type it just like you see it. You can type all of those things in the calculator. And I got 384. This is inches squared. I just got my units from up here. Remember, you can always rewatch this video, or if you felt like I was moving too fast, you can pause and copy or go back. Anything you need to do. That's the beauty of watching a video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your teacher.